you've kind of laid out, and I kind of look back at your guys' conversations on these Hulk hand things, I'm
Yeah.
kind of inclined to just pass.
Well,
Unless it was like, oh, you're going to get these character skins, or oh, this builds onto something else that you
like,
need to
look,
have as a precursor.
you know, I did it twice, and I did it twice because I wanted to help my dad out with it, because even navigating some of the game's menus is like cumbersome. It's not super easy because it's a brand new game and they're trying to teach you how the game's going to unfold. But you basically have this you have this hub. In the story, the Avengers have been disbanded because of a pandemic, actually, which is crazy that this game's storyline, it's so crazy, Sean. This game's storyline hits so on the nose that I'm like, I'm actually like, are you guys sure you want to release this right now?
Yeah, maybe the timing on that.
A global virus event crushes San Francisco, where Avengers are enjoying Avengers Day. They're celebrating. I'm going to Coral Castle, Northwest Territory.
Oh, okay.
And they have to quarantine the entire San Francisco area. Anybody that catches the virus becomes encased in like a cocoon.
Oh, no.
And all the Avengers are blamed because when the Avengers are together, they are a target for terrorism and for these kinds of attacks. So it's very much like the Wachovia Accords from the movie.
Right.
But they disband. They say that Captain America dies. Tony Stark goes underground. The government forces the liquidation of all of Stark Industries' assets. Wow. And the AIM Corporation takes over. And the AIM Corporation is, as you might know, the scientific-minded large tech corporation that wants to cure the world through science. So they have all these scientific solutions, and it amounts to biology treatments that they're going to be giving everybody, as well as like patrolling the streets with robots. And so it also has a little bit of that like X-Men kind of vibe
Sentinel
to it.
Program.
Sentinel, exactly, and it's and that's what happens. So the game kicks off, and you're Bruce Banner, and you're dragging around Kamala, Ms. Marvel, as this is her origin story. She's excited to be alongside Bruce Banner, but they're basically trying to find out, like, 5 years have passed. So very much also the Snap timeline. You can see that everybody's still around, but you know, what really happened, what's different. And Bruce and Kamala run around and find an old hard drive. They find Jarvis on an old hard drive in an old bunker that Tony set up 1,000,000 years ago. And they get Jarvis back online, and you have to.
I got a blue scope.
Nice. Carry it for me for a sec. I got a big. I'm looking for some smalls, and we can try to get out of here.
I got one big.
And so the story is, I think, good. I also think it's different because between MCU and most of the video games, I don't think people know who AIM is, and that's kind of good. That's a positive for the game.
Yeah.
I think that there's a lot of annoying things, but I'll just try to clip them off as we chat here.
Yeah.
One of the most annoying things is they want you to, even though you will constantly rotate your character, and you spend most of the demo as Bruce Banner, hulking out and just destroying AIM bots and just like just completely thrashing things. There's a great amount of environmental destruction, which is fun. There's a great amount of detail. The graphics are definitely great. Could they be better? Probably, but they're truly great. I mean, I'm sorry if people have a problem with the graphics. The graphics are not the problem. The gameplay is definitely a problem. It is not smooth. The game feels heavy. It feels like every time you're moving around, it feels like not only is your look around slow, but your movements are a little bit labored. And I first thought maybe that's because I'm the Hulk and he's not supposed to be so nimble, but even when you're in the Iron Man suit, you go into a VR later on to do these challenges, and as Iron Man, his movements are amazing and very faithful to like the MCU and to like other games that you know his actions are incredible, but his movement and game control is garbage. It is like trying to push him through tar. And he's got a freaking rocket suit. He should be able to just turn it on and off and fly around and be one of the most agile characters.
Yeah.
So the gameplay is really bad, and the
Do you have minis?
No, I have no minis.
3 bigs.
I have two bigs.
Oh, well,
just keep those then.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
It is.
I kind of had a negative look on it because I just feel like all of those kind of, unfortunately, kind of end up being that way. Like anything that they try to do like that has consistently failed. Similar to like, I kind of look at it as, is there ever really been a video game that's actually been successful? Oh, take this
the bolt,
and then I'm gonna take the hunting rifle that's in here. There you go.
I have a pistol, green pistol if you need one.
I got a blue one. But yeah, it's kind of like whenever they try to convert a movie over from a video game, right? Like it seems like it's a disaster.
Yep.
Every single time.
And I think that this is very much, I mean, even though it's a comic book and it has its own ability to become a great game. I think that what we're really doing here is we're capturing the Marvel Cinematic Universe momentum. So this is very much following the success of the movie. It's not following the success of a comic series. It's not following the success of a previous video game. It's following on the success of the Marvel universe. And when you do that, you're already starting off at a massive disadvantage because you've got some of the worst voice acting.
Yeah, that's a problem for me.
And it's still a problem. And I don't care if, of course it was really stupid of them to release the teaser footage like the week after Endgame was in theaters.
Yeah.
Because you literally exit the theater and you're listening to Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, and then you're supposed to accept a guy that doesn't look like him and a guy that doesn't sound like him is Iron Man. I think it works for Batman because we get about 2 years to 5 years between every Batman movie, and it doesn't.
Plus, Batman's been a lot of different people, whereas
right.
Tony Stark's been one person.
That's it, guys. Like, and that's it. Like, that's part of the rub. I'm sorry, you just can't escape a few things, and that's a good thing. You have to ride that success. So, what does Robert Downey Jr. want? Licensing? Give it to him. Okay.
Yeah.
Make a better game. The other sad truth is, all the licensing in the world and all the voice acting in the world wouldn't have saved bad mechanics, and the game's got bad mechanics. When I was done playing that, and I wanted to double check to make sure that the Hulk hands appeared in my Fortnite game, I jumped into Fortnite, and I got the pop-up right away, and then I jumped into a match to test them out. And I got to tell you, as soon as I was in Fortnite, which is a game that's got 100 in-game players and a massive world, it felt faster, it felt smoother, it felt fluid. The motions are fluid, the animations that follow the motions are fluid. Switching between weapons, shooting, punching, it's very, very fluid. Fortnite's motions are dialed way, way in. And to that, it makes Avengers stand out as having some very badly needed some room for improvement.
Yeah. It's really a shame because they really could make a killing if they could just get one of those right.
Now,
you know what I mean?
I think that'll be the last big point that I have about my review is the very last big thing I can say about it is I think the game's design or the concept is actually incredible. I think that giving everybody online the ability to be one of the main Avengers and jump into an online co-op game and play together or by themselves where you can just jump into missions and jump out of missions. And you can be Hulk 1 minute and you can be Captain America the next. And you can be Thor.
Are you choosing that?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, that's cool.
I think once you reassemble your full team outside of the demo, you can be everybody.
That's awesome.
And you get to control which character has the best build out for a given mission. And if you want to take the mission like stealth mode and you're going to fly around and try to snipe guys like Iron Man, you can do that. If you want to Hulk your way through the thing, you can do that. That's smart, okay? But, and I want to sit down with the devs and be like, guys, okay, let's talk about this. At no point during any of the fighting, any of the action, do any of the characters interact with each other. At no point do they acknowledge that they're in the same room fighting the same bad guys with their Avengers counterparts. There are no special attacks that you can do in combination with your other Avengers. Iron Man cannot shoot his unibeam at Captain America's shield for increased damage or better versatility. The Hulk cannot pick up Black Widow and throw her. Widow cannot even give a buff to Hulk because she's good at calming him down and like getting him to go into like rage mode or something. Like there are no conceptual exploration of what do we do when we have all the Avengers together? What can we do with this? They never asked that. They never asked that question. And on that, I am so disappointed. Because even if the mechanics are clunky, you put all the Avengers in the same room, guys. I don't even get Tony Stark making fun of Hulk ruining things. Like, I don't even get, like, voice in. And I really don't want to, like, highlight a game like Madden. But the thing that's amazing about Madden...
the right people.
Madden sound bites are amazing. The way that you can juke and pass and duck and the game responds to what the characters are doing.
Need help.
Yep, I'm on you. The game is very responsive.
Yep, good call. Coming down. Oop, he didn't fall.
He's got a plunger gun. He's on top of the roof that you're in.
Alright.
I got 31 on him.
Killed the partner.
I'm gonna burn his building down. He's gonna be coming down any minute.
Shaking it. I'm shaking the partner so you can see exactly where he is.
Yep, he's on the ground. He's trying to snipe you with a hunting rifle, so be careful about that.
He's accomplishing it. He's above me.
I got him
33,
whited.
33.
I got him whited.
He's whited. Should be breaking. Should be on the ground. He's flying somewhere.
Finally.
Beautiful.
Oh, it's kind of tough. I get a rocket. Oh, I got the plunger gun, which I'm definitely taking. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say we should have got
that.
something good out of that. Alright, I gotta heal real quick.
I have 2 bigs for you.
Okay, I got 3. So feel free to use what you need.
Oh, you have 3.
Yeah.
Do you need another med kit? I have 3 med kits.
Nope, I just took one.
Anyway,
I gotta get in this building and kind of gear up here. So
yeah, I need a better assault rifle if I can find a better assault rifle.
Try not to engage yet.
Okay, holding back. Footsteps on
AR?
south side. I got tons of AR. Can we escape? Go north?
No, I got a player right on me.
You got to try to make your way north in the building. You got to try to back out of there. Come on, buddy. Damn,
Hey, I just killed him with the pistol. We're good.
All right,
I killed him with
right.
the pistol.
You got to.
We're good.
You got to freshen up though.
I don't know what that means.
I thought you needed health, but it's me.
No, I'm juiced up. We gotta move, Storm.
That's the last thing I have to say about the game is I can't believe that they wouldn't have incorporated more interaction between all these players, because you get this classic cast together and it's amazing, and then you do nothing with it, and it makes it really it's a letdown, and it's harder to play when it's a letdown instead of it being like super fun. Now the thing I'll say is that the developers have under their belt the there's another video game franchise that they're responsible for. I think it's Just Cause, where the game is, and there's 4 games in the Just Cause series, and the game is incredible. Okay, it is Grand Theft Auto on steroids. Massive open world. You're basically this super spy agent who acts like a superhero, who has a grappling hook and a parachute, and he can go anywhere and do anything. And you go to any vehicle, you can drive it. You can grappling hook your way to a helicopter and then attach it. You can tether it to a building and crash it into cars, and the physics in the game are amazing. And it's smooth. But these same guys couldn't have just skinned over that game franchise.
Yeah. Do you want to get in this car?
Maybe. It worked for us last time. I got that helicopter, though.
Did it just land? I don't know where it is.
It's going to be north of us, 152. Look, 152 degrees. I didn't see it yet, but that's where it's going to be.
Coming up. They're here. They're building.
Oh my god, I got rocketed to death. I'm done. He hit me with a rocket. I'm done. There's a guy on your left. Incredible.
Yeah, I know. He was shooting me.
Incredible. That happened way too quickly. So it's also not to say that the game developers don't know what they're doing or don't have experience doing this. It wasn't as if they got a license and nobody else in the video game universe had the opportunity to make this game better. These guys had every chance to make this game as good as Just Cause 4. And it feels as though they grabbed a different game engine or they put different developers on it. And that was a critical failure on their part. They could have had such a smoother, more open world. They didn't need such a detail-rich game. They didn't need these movie cinematic backgrounds. They could have gone with an art style closer to Borderlands without being so Borderlands, and it would have felt like you're in a comic book. You would have felt like you're in a comic book, or at least in a movie that's acting like a comic book. And that's what you want. You don't want living cinematics in a game that's multiplayer online, 4-person co-op, fighting 50 guys on the screen at the same time. Because I'll tell you what, when I was the Hulk, in the real heat of it, I had a lot of flashbacks to Transformers the movie. There's just too much stuff going on screen at the same time.
Yeah.
And you want to go to Slurpee?
Sure.
It's very distracting.
I think the unfortunate part is maybe they put so much time and effort into trying to make the graphics as robust as possible, thinking that could carry it along with a solid storyline, and kind of forgot about the things that really matter.
You can have a game like Minecraft still churn out money for Microsoft, and the game's graphics are among the worst in video gaming today. And I love jumping into that game and playing it. I played it this month. I mean, I love that game. And that speaks to where they should have poured all of their resources and focus. Especially because, okay, everybody knows this, PlayStation 4 is done.
Yeah.
PlayStation 5 is coming out this year. So,
really, this year?
Yes,
like around Christmas.
Christmas. If you have anything, and you're releasing it, it needs to be like 1080p minimum, with a 4K on PlayStation 5 at minimum, because you already have 4K games on PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, guys, you just can't. You can't say we're going to do the graphics and not worry about the game control, and then fail miserably at both.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.